You don't have time to chase the news, so we bring it to you. Brownfield Ag News covers the issues that matter to your operation, markets, weather, policy, and more every day, all year long. With a dozen farm broadcasters, the Brownfield team delivers trusted ag content across radio, digital, and social platforms. Brownfield, Ag News for America. Stay tuned right here and stay up to date at brownfieldagnews.com.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. No snow this holiday driving season, but there will be plenty of traffic. AAA is predicting record numbers of drivers and air passengers in Missouri now through New Year's Day. A man and woman are facing charges in a child's death in Higginsville, Missouri, east of Kansas City. The Lafayette County Sheriff's Office says Deanna Hankins and Kyle Galloway are in custody. The young child was found dead in a motel. An issue that's expected to carry over from this year to next has to do with the Small Business Administration's Disaster Assistance Program. Chris Stallings of the SBA told Missouri Congressman Mark Alford during a recent congressional hearing that all SBA employees are now required to be deployed to a disaster scene at least once.
They have to sit down across the table from a disaster survivor. They have to hear their story. They have to see the tear streaks through the mud on their face. They have to experience walking through a community and hearing the stories of the disaster and how much we need to rebuild.
Stallings says the goal is to get SBA disaster employees to see storm victims as people and not lone numbers in a file. The SBA's role has been key in Missouri this year in light of multiple disasters. Your holiday shopping may be over, but there could be some lingering concerns if you used artificial intelligence. Megan Lynch of KMOX Radio in St. Louis reports.
Daniel Burris, strategic AI advisor and founder of Burris Research, tells KMOX independent AI platforms can help create lists and narrow down a search.
You can say, I want to give a present to my grandniece, and this is her age, and these are the things she likes. What are some examples of some toys that I could get?
Burris has a couple of warnings. He says if you use AI assistants that are linked to a merchant or marketplace, they could access too much of your past purchasing and browsing behavior or may try to influence you to buy from sponsors. He also says you should be very cautious using so-called AI agents that actually make spending decisions for you and have access to your financial accounts.
This is Missouri Net News.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America. For 250 years, brave Americans have answered the call to defend our freedoms. Wounded Warrior Project honors this legacy of service and sacrifice with life-changing support for post-9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. We help warriors access VA benefits, improve their mental and physical health, and provide them with career assistance so they can thrive for a lifetime. Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
The judge has approved wording for a proposed Missouri constitutional amendment on public education. Elisa Nelson reports.
The ballot measure would make education a fundamental right, require the state to maintain high-quality public schools, and limit the state's ability to fund educational choices outside of the traditional public school system.
The ruling comes after a lawsuit which argued the original wording could be misleading. The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign in Missouri has ended, prompting words of thanks to bell ringers from spokesperson Amy Marks-Kors in St. Louis.
1 2-hour shift can feed a family of 4 for a week.
The Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign dates back to 1891. There are at least 80 suspected cases of bird flu in the Kansas City area. Conservation agent Job Edwards says the virus can cause birds to be sluggish.
Just kind of, it's going to be to itself, tucked away, not a lot of movement coming from it.
The MDC would like any suspected cases to be reported. Missouri Net News.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Life can be tough. Sometimes it feels like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. No matter what you're going through, help is always available. 988 is more than just a number. It's a lifeline for anyone who's struggling. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or you just need someone to talk to, 988 is there for you. 24/7 confidential support. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to feel better. Reach out to 988. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
Preparing for another year in the cattle industry. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Tony Hancock, Market Manager for the Missouri Department of Agriculture, says 2025 was one for the books.
You can be a pessimist or an optimist, whichever one you want to be. Fundamentally, like we've been talking for months and months now, there hasn't really been anything change with supply numbers. We won't get any official data till the end of January, but we don't expect any big growth yet. We're hoping, maybe optimistic, a little bit of retention will be shown, but probably those numbers aren't going to change a whole lot. So, the guys sitting looking to marketing calves, fundamentally, they're in a great spot starting next year. I think probably the biggest unknown right now is we're still seeing the Mexican border closed. We're told it's going to open at some time, that it's going to be a slow open, but honestly, the sooner it opens, the better. I mean, we just need to rip that Band-Aid off, get it open. We had another new drug approved yesterday, I guess, to treat it. So I think we can take care of our cow herd. I think they're doing a good job of, watching out for things, but that's just a big unknown at the sale barns right now with producers, and we just need to get that Mexican border open back up so we can get past it and get back to worrying about supply and demand and see where this market takes us in the spring.
He tells Brownfield the lack of cattle imports from Mexico have actually had wide-reaching impacts.
You talk to some of the guys feeding out fat cattle, and they're shipping fat cattle from Nebraska and Iowa all the way to Texas so that they can keep those plants open down there. And there's no doubt, right now our cattle numbers are lower, and our kills have been lower. Maybe demand isn't exactly what it was a year ago. It's still really good, but it's vital that we keep those plants, all of them, open, because we sure don't want to get into some kind of position where when we start growing, we don't have enough capacity to take care of our product we're raising. So that is somewhat concerning. We'd like to see some of those cattle come back in because supply is still low enough. Even if we start taking those cattle, demand's going to stay good. It's not going to hurt our market.
I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Water hemp, Palmer amaranth, and giant ragweed. Left undisturbed, they will become the most dangerous foes to corn plants. But in the early season, these weeds are at their weakest. Now is the time. A predator lurks. Certain herbicide attacks, unleashing full residual power before weeds have a chance to emerge. Pre or early post-application, they are hopeless against such effective chemistry. Certain herbicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Enough already.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report, brought to you by all of us here at KSMO Media. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today has 4 pages of information that'll take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker, as well as online on our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World Today, be sure to pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Verna Mae Chitwood Norris, 82, of Salem, departed this life Wednesday, December 24th in Rolla. Graveside services will be held at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Verna is survived by her daughters Brenda Norris of Salem, Vicki Martin, and husband Johnny of Salem. Siblings John Chitwood and Jan of Birch Tree, Dolly Smith of Springfield, Lauren McBride of West Plains, and Gerald Chitwood and Virginia of Birch Tree. 2 grandsons, 1 great-granddaughter, as well as several nieces, nephews, other relatives, and dear friends. All arrangements for Verna Norris are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Janice Laverne Hamilton Davis, age 87, of Blue Springs, Missouri, formerly of Salem, departed this life Monday, December 22nd in Blue Springs. Graveside services will be held at 3 o'clock this afternoon in the North Lawn Cemetery. Janice is survived by her husband, Kenneth Davis of Blue Springs, formerly of Salem, sons Rick Davis and wife Julie of Tampa Bay, Florida, Charlie Davis and wife Patty of Oak Grove, daughter-in-law Jackie Davis of Indiana, sister Carol Starton of Blue Springs, brother Robert Hamilton Jr. of St. Louis, 5 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, 1 great-great-granddaughter, as well as several nieces, nephews, other relatives, and dear friends. All arrangements for Janice Davis are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Leanne Hughes of Salem passed away December 22nd at the age of 55. Funeral services will be held tomorrow at noon at the James and Gar Chapel in St. James. Visitation for Leanne Hughes will be held from 11 in the morning until service time at the chapel. Interment will follow at the Hughes Cemetery in Rosati, Missouri. Survivors are her sisters Melissa Wynn and spouse David of Salem, niece Daran Growdy and nephew Dawson Wynn, and extended family and friends. All arrangements for Leanne Hughes are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of St. James. Herschel Eugene Addy of Beulah, Missouri, age 89, passed away December 19th. A memorial service will be held at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at the Fox Funeral Home in Licking. A visitation for family and friends of Herschel Addy will be held from noon until service time at the funeral home. All arrangements are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County, and it's available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker. Be sure to check out Your World Today online at our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World Today is serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part is, it's absolutely free.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
It's now time for a look at local news brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. For more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or give them a call 729-7071. With the holidays upon us, some of them behind, some of them ahead, as we've got New Year's Day coming up, Missouri Department of Transportation wants to remind drivers of the importance of the role of play in keeping roads safe during this holiday season. Last holiday season, 27 people were killed in the Missouri traffic crashes from Christmas Eve through New Year's Day. There were 20 people killed in Missouri traffic crashes during the same time frame in 2023. This year, MoDOT and Highway Safety Partners are urging Missourians to do their part in securing a fatality-free holiday. Simple actions can be taken by every Missourian behind the wheel and can help keep themselves and others safe by using the roadways. While using the roadways, I should say. Buckle up, keep your phone down, slow down, drive sober. And whether you're sharing the road with a snowplow, driving through a work zone, or coasting between company holiday parties, committing to these safety behaviors will help save lives and keep Missouri moving forward on the mission of traffic safety. To help make sure your travel safer, plan your trip, visit MoDOT's travel information map at traveler.modot.org and find the most updated travel information. Missouri's Strategic Highway Safety Plan, Show Me Zero, provides more information on how all Missourians can do their part to achieve zero traffic fatalities. The plan can be viewed at SaveMoLives.com. Volunteers for AARP have been helping Dent County citizens with free tax filing assistance at the Salem Community Center at the Armory for many, many years. You can make your appointment now, but the earliest date for an appointment is Friday, February 6th. Appointments can be made by calling the Salem Community Center at 729-8163, with the last day for appointments being Friday, April 3rd. This local service is provided entirely by AARP-trained volunteers and will be the 22nd year that the Healthy Dent County has partnered with AARP to provide this free tax service to our community. AARP Foundation Tax Aid volunteers are trained in filling certain tax forms and schedules, including the Form 1040. However, the Volunteer Protection Act requires that our volunteers stay in the scope of the program. If counselors feel that they do not have adequate knowledge or your return is too complex, you may need to seek another qualified counselor or paid tax assistance. Items you will need to bring with you is your tax returns prepared included proof of identification such as a picture ID, Social Security cards for you, your spouse, and dependents, or Social Security number verification letter issued by Social Security Administration. You should also bring birth dates for you, your spouse, and dependents on the tax return. You're going to need wage and earnings statements. That's your W-2, W-2G, 1099-R, 1099 miscellaneous from all employers, year-end Social Security statements showing total Social Security received and Medicare payments, and interest and dividend statements from banks. That's a Form 1099. You should bring a copy of last year's federal and state returns if you have it available, plus proof of bank account routing numbers and account numbers for direct deposit, such as a bank check or deposit slip. To file taxes electronically on a married filing joint tax return, both spouses must be present to sign the required forms. The Salem Community Center at the Armory is located at 1200 West Rolla Road, and appointments again can be made by giving a call 729-8163. Titus Benton, a Salem native, has published his first novel titled 65560, that's our zip code, a fictional tale of 4 estranged childhood friends and a string of brutal murders set right here in Salem. Titus will be signing copies of his book at the Salem Public Library on Saturday, December 27th. Stop by and visit with Titus between 11 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Get a copy of the book and even have it signed by the author himself. The Salem Public Library, they're located at 403 North Jackson Street in downtown Salem. Missouri Department of Transportation crews, they're going to be replacing several culverts on Route 19 in Shannon County from Route D to Route A. The roadway will be reduced to one lane with an 8-foot, 6-inch wide restriction during the construction. Weather permitting, work will take place Monday, January 5th through Friday, January 9th from 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon daily. The work zone will be marked with signs. Motorists are urged to use extreme caution while traveling near the area. For additional information, contact MoDOT's Customer Service Center at 1-888-ASK-MoDOT, or you can visit the MoDOT website. That has been a look at local news and weather brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in Nursing RN Bridge Program, Criminal Justice, and Elementary Education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact administrators at 729-7071. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, it's coming up next.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
The foundation is set.
Missouri knocks off the #1 team in the nation.
The frame is built.
On the run, Mitchell for the flush, Missouri by 20.
And the gates,
the habits, the response to detail, the execution, all that stuff matters.
Are open.
Drives right baseline to the rim, jams it as he hangs and got fouled.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
Cruz, here comes the three. Bang! He splashed it home.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
MissouriNet.com is your free online news source. No monthly fees or annoying limited access to stories. For more than 50 years, MissouriNet reporters have been bringing you all things Missouri. Visit MissouriNet.com for our feature program Show Me Today, plus up-to-date news and sports. Are you a Missouri history buff? Check out Across Our Wide Missouri, MissouriNet, on the web at MissouriNet.com, on X at MissouriNet, MissouriNet.com.
And now let's take a look at this afternoon's weather forecast. Well, today it's going to be sunny. We got a high up to 73 degrees. Westerly wind's going to continue on 5 to 9 miles per hour, becoming light a little bit later on this afternoon. Tonight, patchy fog overnight, otherwise partly cloudy skies. We're going to have a low of 47 degrees, calm wind becoming southeasterly 5 miles per hour after midnight. Tomorrow, areas of fog in the morning, otherwise partly sunny with a high of 71 degrees. Wind chill values as low as 45 degrees early on, as we'll have a southerly wind 7 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow night will be cloudy. We'll have a low, believe it or not, of 60 degrees. South wind 9 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 21 miles an hour, still blowing in that warm air from the south. Sunday, we'll have showers likely in our forecast, mainly in the afternoon, cloudy skies otherwise, with a high of 71 degrees, south wind 8 to 13 miles per hour, becoming westerly by the afternoon. Could see some wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Chance of rain's at about 70%, although the new rainfall amounts are looking between a tenth and a quarter of an inch. Sunday night, 50% chance of lingering showers, mostly cloudy skies, and a low of 17 degrees. Monday, sunny skies with a high of 27. It's going to be breezy, 10 to 18 mile an hour normal winds, gusting up as high as 33 miles per hour. And then finally, Monday night, it's going to be mostly clear. We're going to have a low down to 15 degrees.
The Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by the Missouri Soybean Association. Association President Renee Fordyce says agriculture is hurting right now, and it's important to take care of others, not just in this holiday season.
There are signs, and if you know the person well, you'll see the signs. Pushing away, denying there's anything wrong, spending a lot of time alone. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, are you okay? Do you need to talk? Let's get together. Let's go have some coffee and let's talk this out, because I want to be your friend and I want to help you get through this. You know, farmers are strong people and people of faith, and I hope that if they're in kind of a dark place, get some help. Mental health is a huge thing right now in agriculture, and I just, please, if you need help, reach out. 988 is the number to call, or if you have a rural facility at hospital or something at home, go reach out. People are there. We want to listen.
Learn more about Missouri soybeans at mosoy.org from the Missouri Soybean Association.
Take a look now at sports, brought to you by all of us here at KSMO. The Salem Basketball Tigers, hey, they're in action this afternoon down at the Kabul Holiday Tournament. They're going to be taking on Summersville Wildcats to begin off the tournament. The game is going to get started here pretty soon at 1:30 this afternoon. The Missouri Football Tigers, they're going to complete their season at the Gator Bowl tomorrow. They'll be playing against the Virginia Cavaliers. The Tigers enter the game with an 8-4 record, while the Cavaliers have a 10-3 record. Kickoff, it's scheduled for 6:30, and you can listen to that game live right here on your hometown radio station, KSMO, 1340 AM, 95.7 FM. The Blues, they're going to host the Nashville Predators tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Let you know that ESPN and Fubo, they will be offering live streams of this game. However, a fee or subscription may be required to watch. Here at KSMO, we'll be broadcasting the pre-mentioned Mizzou Football Tiger game during that time span. Has been a look at local sports and regional sports brought to you by all of us here at KSMO Media.
This Missouri Net Sports Report is presented by Save Mo Lives. Safety on our roads is a shared responsibility. The very best gift you can give all year long is speaking up for a sober ride.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with college football, where the Missouri Tigers a day away from their Gator Bowl matchup as they take on the Virginia Cavaliers in Jacksonville, Florida. And Mizzou head coach Eli Drinkwitz knows his Tigers will have a challenge with the Cavalier offense.
Really, really good football team. Obviously, ACC regular season champs, got a 6-year quarterback who understands what they're trying to do and accomplish. There's not a lot of things that you're going to do to him that he hasn't seen in his career. Very good run game, very good job throwing the football. So it'll be a challenge on us defensively, especially being down some players.
Mizzou and Virginia kick off tomorrow night at the Gator Bowl set for 6:30. To the pros, where the Kansas City Chiefs fell to the Denver Broncos yesterday by the final count of 20-13 at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs, falling to 6-10 on the season, finish out the campaign a week from Sunday, going on the road to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. To men's college basketball, where the long holiday break continues for the Missouri Tigers. Mizzou not back in action until the new year, when they'll take on Florida on January 3rd. Across the state, the St. Louis Billikens will be back in action hosting Principia on Sunday. The Roos of Kansas City also in action on Sunday hosting McPherson. To hockey, where the St. Louis Blues also on an extended holiday break. The Blue Notes back on the ice at the Enterprise Center tomorrow night entertaining the Nashville Predators. As we approach New Year's, remember that events can be awkward, but what's never awkward? Speaking up for a sober ride, because no one has a crash on their New Year's wish list. This message brought to you by Save Mo Lives. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Your phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The question always comes up at this time of year. What gift should I get the important people in my life? The answer is St. James Wine. Yes, St. James Wine. For over 50 years, family-owned and operated St. James Winery has been creating internationally and nationally awarded wines. Fun flavors from bubbly fruit Moscatos to our elegant dry reds. Delicious wine makes the perfect gift and will complement any party or get-together this holiday season. No assembly is required, and the St. James bottle impresses year after year. St. James Winery. Yum.
Having a special event at your business or a community event that needs to have a way to provide instructions to the public? TownScreen can help. They have portable 43-inch displays that can be custom programmed with a bright, high-definition display that can even be sponsored. These portable screens can be used indoors or out and can run up to 12 hours on a battery. So even if there's no electricity available, you are good to go. For more information, go to townscreen.com or call 636-338-1199. TownScreen.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. A state lawmaker says it's time for leaders to focus on keeping the Kansas City Royals now that the Chiefs are leaving.
I think we should put together a plan and to keep the professional baseball team.
Missouri House Speaker Jonathan Patterson. Officials with the Kansas City Chiefs say the team pumps nearly $1 billion into the local economy each year and supports nearly 6,000 jobs. U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt of Missouri has introduced a bill which would prevent Chinese court judgments from being enforced in the U.S. Matt Pilger reports.
Schmidt filed the legislation after being named in a $50 billion lawsuit by Chinese entities.
A Jefferson City man has confessed to setting fire to the apartment where his mother and brother live. Prosecutors say the 20-year-old man did it after he was kicked out. KMIZ TV in Columbia reports police found a firebomb-type device at the scene. And the Missouri Department of Conservation will collect live Christmas trees next month to help create fish habitat. Missouri Net News.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
No one plays more music. KSMO, Salem.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The question always comes up at this time of year. What gift should I get the important people in my life? The answer is St. James Wine. Yes, St. James Wine. For over 50 years, family-owned and operated St. James Winery has been creating internationally and nationally awarded wines. Fun flavors from bubbly fruit Moscatos to our elegant dry reds. Delicious wine makes the perfect gift and will complement any party or get-together this holiday season. No assembly is required, and the St. James bottle impresses year after year. St. James Winery. Yum.
Taking a look now at your afternoon weather forecast. Well, folks, I know it's the end of December, but hey, we got a high of 73 degrees today. Westerly wind's going to continue on 5 to 9 miles per hour. It's going to become light as the rest of the afternoon wears on. Tonight, patchy fog is expected, and we'll have otherwise partly cloudy skies with a low of 47 degrees. Calm wind becoming southeasterly 5 miles per hour. On Saturday, areas of fog in the morning, otherwise partly sunny. We'll have a high of 71 degrees. Wind chill value as low as 45 degrees early on. South wind 7 to 10 miles per hour. Could see some wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, cloudy skies. We'll have a low of 60 degrees. South wind 9 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Sunday, we got showers likely in the forecast, mainly in the afternoon. We'll have cloudy skies, 71 degrees. South wind 8 to 13 miles per hour, becoming westerly by the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 24 miles per hour. Chance of rain on Sunday is about 70%. New rain amounts will be between a tenth and a quarter of an inch possible. But here's the big news. Sunday night, 50% chance of a lingering shower in the area, mostly cloudy, but our low will be 17 degrees. We're going to go from 71 degrees to 17 degrees in the course of a day. Wow. Monday, sunny skies. We'll have a high of 29 degrees. Breezy, though, 10 to 18 miles an hour. That's the normal wind. Coming out of the north, bringing in that cold air, and we could see some wind gusts as high as 33 miles per hour. Monday night, mostly clear skies. We're going to have a low of 15 degrees. And that was your afternoon weather forecast, brought to you by the fantastic folks down at Philmart. And I'll tell you what, with this warm weather that we've had lately, if you're going to break out the grill and need some propane, well, Philmart, they're here for you. They offer propane fill-ups on 20, 30, 40, 100-pound tanks as well, and even the tanks on your camper or RV. They also offer exchanges on available 20-pound tanks. Just stop by Philmart, and they will take care of you. Thanks again to Philmart for sponsoring our weather.
There's a new look at Philmart, now your local marathon station, but the same Sire family you've trusted for over 25 years. They're more than just fuel. Need propane? Thirsty for an ice-cold drink? They've got you covered, fast-friendly, and always affordable. Rain or shine, don't forget the convenient covered drive-through window keeps things easy. Philmart brings service, convenience, and the community together just like always. Visit them at 500 South Main Street in Salem. They're right where you left them last time. Philmart, right here in Salem.
Much to experience as the new year unfolds. Some will be things that let us smile or touch our hearts with love. Some will be difficult to bear. Whatever the next 12 months brings you, Town & Country Bank offers their sincerest best wishes for the wisdom to enjoy the good and the courage to endure the bad. For myself, Doug Barnes, and all your friends at Town & Country Bank, best wishes throughout the upcoming year. Town & Country Bank, member FDIC.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA Feed.
We are MFA.
People are talking about KSMO.
That's all I listen to.
And they keep me really entertained.
KSMO